Hi, welcome to stream. We've got two quick replays, and we are very happy as Bloodcraft to rock against Havencraft and get 2 wins. One match is Blood Control versus Haven Aggro, Summit Haven, and one is versus Haven Control, Elana, Healing. So this first matchup, our opponent is based off of a amulet-heavy Storm deck. Quite threatening, quite aggressive. We kept the Archangel of Evocation because, in my experience, this card can single-handedly win the game versus aggro decks. If you survive to turn 5, they may not stand a chance, and that's wonderful. So Meowskers is one of the best plays. Meowskers hits for normally 2 damage, but because of Summit Temple says change your creature's attack, their defense and attack. So when they attack, you deal damage equal to their defense instead of their attack, and that's just, it's frightening. It's truly frightening. I'm trying to set up some music right now. Let's see what we want to listen to. Okay. So the board state's interesting. Meowskers is threatening 4 damage per turn because his defense is switched to his attack, and he has a strike ability to do 1. So he puts you on a clock. I mean, you can't take 4 damage more than 5 times, right? So Stormhaven really wants to end the game fast, and they can get a bunch of Meowskers out cheaply. However, we've countered the Meowskers with our Sanguine Core. Sanguine Core is one of the bread and butters of Bloodcraft Control right now. Basically, you put this out here on a turn 3, and when you evolve, you gain 10 HP back, which is going to be key because he's storming in for... Look how much damage he just did. That's 8 damage. So he put 8 damage down on turn 4. So that almost, like, if, realistically speaking, if he had gone second and I was going first, I'm dead because I can't heal fast enough. But because he doesn't have the evolve and I have the evolve first, I can respond to this. And he's put me below a vengeance so I can get that good revelation board clear out. And we are just hoping that he can't kill me in this turn. If he can't kill me this turn, he's in trouble, right? So he just slaps for 1. Pretty aggressive from this slap. We're there for 2 with the Selena Gomez. The Archangel of Evocation is going to heal us by 15 HP, so he doesn't want to see that. So get a nice clean Evo, heal up, 15, 22. And now that we're at 22 more HP than him, and now we've got a big boy blocking him, so we're looking good. So he cleared it very easily, the Haven Fire, but he's no more pressure. And this put us in a funny position because when you read this, Digita's Determination is huge. Digita's Determination is really a 3-point spell. It's actually really good. A 3-point play point, kill a creature and get an evolve. I gotta use Digita's a little bit more. So there's nothing to do. I can't use Zelgenia to heal or draw. Garnet is kind of slow. Io is waiting for bait. So really, the question was, I was actually considering playing on Wings of Tomorrow's Grand Resolve, just draw 2 followers, but then I realized, no, let's evolve, let's get evolution points to Digitas, and you get the discount back to 2, get a Urias. Evolving the Urias is a really good idea, I think, for a couple reasons. We're on turn 7, so next turn we're having Garnet Waltz and on Wings of Tomorrow. When he plays creatures, or when this Meowskers comes up, it will heal me from the Urias' 8-pack, and Io is being ticked down, and I have extra evolve points. So at this point, I have 2 ways to get evolve points, and I am trying to get Io's Union Burst online as fast as possible, and really we don't need to finish the match, we only need to not die and we'll win with confidence because Zelgania will come out on 10. So he puts out with Kel, so we just healed 2, so I think he did it. This is also good because Urius forced him to respond to this, and so he puts out another 4 damage, but it's like just 4 damage, and now we have a couple options here, right? We have Io, we have Grand's resolve, so one option is click slap for 2. So I just removed both creatures, drew 2, and got evolved. It's as if I were like fresh tank, full tank. It's scary because he's tapping now for this is 9 damage, so this is pretty good. 9, 10, 11. He's did 11 damage turn. So this looks terrible, what you would think, but I think this looks great. I mean, he's out of evolves. This would be really bad if we didn't have Io. It's good we've been aggressive with our evolution points because look, we still have 3, and now we have 2 great abilities online. Zelgania's online, Io's online. So using Io here was interesting because Io could be used. I think we used Io cleverly here. We could have used Io, for example, we can have these 2 creatures fight each other and then clear out, but then we can't drain. We want to heal up. So we don't want them to hurt each other. So we used Io's ability inefficiently at this stage because we felt, well, we want the drain and we can get snipe off of Zelgania. So it's not necessary to get an efficient clean survive. Efficient removal there. Just get the drain up, get the Zelgania up, just get the maximum heal potential up, and thereby put our opponent in a lot of danger. And you probably saw in his hand he has no charge. Our second opponent had more tenacity. But players who play aggro decks have a tendency to be a little impatient, the need to end the game quickly. This game was against a Japanese Grandmaster. So thank you, God, for the ability to play and come back. And I love Mono's hair, so thank you for Mono. So this is a bad hand, bad starting hand, so full removal. Isla's nice. Isla's really nice in the late game as a cheap sniping. Isla's just good enough. Isla's like almost cut for this deck. So we're looking at our hand and we're thinking, we definitely did a huge misplay. We're happy to go second, and we're happy to see Revelation in our hand. We know immediately once he played this Chef and then this Turtle, he has Elana's Prayer, because this was meant to draw Elana's Prayer. So this was a misplay here because we totally wasted this. The Sanguine Core literally does nothing. I should have kept this in hand, and I thought I was going to regret it. I did regret it, but once you make a misplay, you've got to keep doing your best. The problem with this is I have Azazel in my hand, and I don't think it's very healthy. Like, it's completely dumb because this is only meant to heal me back to full, but he's going to... The Depraved is literally going to drop my max HP to 10, so I hit that off. I evolve, right? So my max HP goes to 10, drops to 10, and then I heal 0 points. So that was a waste of a card that could otherwise ensure more late game. So I was like, oh dude, that was so dumb. And I'm sure my opponent was like, this guy's a noob when he saw that. So he goes on to hit here, and actually even buffing the board. And I like this. I really liked seeing him do this because this would be good for us and bad for him. Because if you look at the situation here, now let's pause. We have a free evolve on Urius. Our deck revolves on getting as many evolves as possible. The more evolves we get, the more powerful some of our late game tools will become. And for example, we play Urius out here. So we use Drain to just get clean 1 mana answer, get the free evolve because we're at 10. And this is a very good turn. Like, the tempo is really good in our favor. We don't have a lot of value in our hand, but we have a lot of survival. So we don't have the cards necessary to end the game to end the game in our hand, but we're confident that we can stall to Zelgania. And that's our goal. We just need to stall out for like 4 more games. And he's playing kind of slowly. Now he's got 2 Elana's Prayers. I'm thinking to myself, we want Resolve of the Fallen. Resolve of the Fallen will be able to answer them nicely. And at this stage we're thinking, should we Archangel? Should we Diablo? Or should we just on Wings of Tomorrow draw? I think on Wings of Tomorrow draw is very reasonable. The reason we chose to do this is because we wanted to get a little bit better answers, we wanted to dig deeper for more cards. And we wanted to preserve our Evolve, which may or may not have been the right answer. It seems to be okay answer considering how... The thing about on Wings of Tomorrow is you've got to play it when you can play it. And if you hold on to it, you may never be able to play it. Welcome to stream. You may never be able to play it. And so, from this perspective, if we played on Wings of Tomorrow, it would be pretty bad because it can't actually guarantee kill 2 creatures. So in this situation, we're thinking, should we Revelation? We're happy to see Resolve of the Fallen, but we're thinking, okay, we've got Resolve of the Fallen, but we want to draw more cards on it. And if we can get our Evolve counter up, we can start answering the Elana's prayers. So we get a Revelation. This is a nice clean reset. The one we saw his next board, we were thinking to ourselves, should we have really done that? Because like this got kind of big. This kind of got big, right? Big, really fast. So now we have 2 Resolve the Fallens, and we're thinking, okay, we need to aggressively get our Evolves out, and we're going to evolve over the next turns, and we'll get the 5th Evolve on our Zelgenia. So this is interesting. We also raised up our HP here. Not so much to, not really. This play was not really done to answer the board. One way of answering Elana boards as blood control is you don't need to kill him. You don't need to kill the creature on the board. You just need to block him from killing you. So if you force him to have creatures that he cannot, he can't fully put more creatures on the board. That's also one way of properly answering him. Starts getting a huge board. He plays Lorena, one of the best cards in Haven right now. But he also he chose not to attack, thinking to himself, he thought if I attack, he puts Revelation online. Unfortunately for him, he's actually played right into the IO. So the IO is ready to go. And IO can answer this pretty nicely. So IO can force these big creatures to attack each other. And here, we choose to use Digitas for another Evolve. And this was questionable. Playing Aza here was questionable. I don't think it was a good idea. We did it because we thought we were trying to clear room in our hand for Resolve of the Fallen. Because we noticed we were going to draw 4 cards on these Resolves. So he puts out a very threatening board. But notice how he's running out of cards and he hasn't put any damage on our face. And at the same time, so we're feeling good because he's completely run out of cards. We know Zelgenia is out to play. So he's out of cards. We just drew Revelation. This is bad for him because he can't even touch my face anymore. And now Resolve the Fallen's online. I didn't even Archangel. So we can immediately answer the Elanas and make him sad. Just one mana destroy the Elana. Boom. And when he sees that, he's thinking, oh no. Like the moment he saw that, his hand just got stacked. Interestingly enough, we drew the same amount of cards because he's at 20 and I'm at 19, but a lot of his cards are cheap and he's already played them, cycling cards, versus our cards aren't cheap. We're running Zeus, we're running big expensive cards, we're running efficient removal, 1 card answer 5 cards, and Zelgenia can immediately just attack the 11, and now we're going to just put everyone on a clock. So here we choose to get the Evolve out because now we're moving our HP up, max HP up to 20, And boom, the nuke's coming down. And now he's just in trouble. He's taking 4 damage every turn. I have almost twice as many cards as him because he's on 1 turn ahead. So he has 4 cards to play with. I'm going to have 8 cards when I draw the next card. And he has struggling to hit in my face. This was an interesting choice of a card. And he didn't even play anything else. The reason he didn't even play anything else, I am pretty sure, is because everything he's gonna play is gonna get nuked. Like, everything he has is less than 4 HP. So he can't even play it. So we even play an aggressive Vegeta's just to get another Evolve out, and then another Archangel. So with our leader ability, we can only take 3 damage per turn, and he'll take 4 damage per turn. But we have a higher maximum HP, and we have lots of healing options. So he uses this to draw 2 cards and heal up. So he bought some time, and what he's trying to find is his next Elana's Prayer, but I think at this stage he knows this isn't going too well for him. So he plays Zeus, and Zeus is one of our late game choices. And so, I should pause and see. So Zeus is one of our late game. He and Cocytus are our 2 late game choices. And the thing about Zeus is he has the he's like a random high roll card. He basically has randomly activate one of the following effects. Do this X times. X is the number of times you've evolved. And we evolved 7 times, I think. So we evolved 7 creatures, and he evolved 4 times, and he evolved 7 times. And that tells you, so we have a chance to get Storm, a chance to get Ignore Ward. So he actually got a pretty good roll. He got Ward, ignores Ward. He got Bane. He got Storm. He got Heal. He did one of everything at least. It seems he got one of everything. So he can get 7 times getting Ward. He can get 7 times getting Bane. And sometimes he doesn't even get Storm. And that's when you want to laugh. But usually when you have a high enough evolve count, you can slap them for that much damage. And usually the finisher. Because he took 17 damage, 13 plus R4. Well, thank you, God, for the win. Okay, take care, and goodbye.